Might light it up a little bit later.
Oh, sweetness. We're live. Episode 168, sponsored by SugarShop.co. And Jay's got some new hats coming out. I think.
Is mine on?
Product. It'll be in the link. But we got the new TMS shirts coming out, and they're going to be
January,
sweet.
right?
Jay's going to put a little flash of them on this. But, dude, TMS is serious.
I haven't been dealing with it. It's honestly, Danny said, we went to dinner last night, and she was like, I had a surprise for you, I didn't know what it was. And then she's like, she wanted to take me to the strip club after dinner. Mm-hmm. I had zero desire to go. I'm like, I'm not going to drink. Therefore, instantly, I'm like, going to a strip club. I'm not going to spend money to see a girl naked. It was weird.
Yeah.
I just did not want to go at all. And I felt bad. I'm like, I really appreciate you.
How awesome
that
is
was
that?
so cool of you to want to take me there, and I just had zero desire. I don't know if I got fucked on my testosterone, dieting, cutting weight.
Yeah.
Just haven't been that horned up. I haven't been TMSing too much lately.
Did you have any leads like going in there or?
Danny, yeah, she said she did and stuff, but it's just like it was weird. It was like 8:30. I'm like, I need to start laying down here soon.
Yeah. But TMS, dude, like, think.
Oh, I definitely remember it.
Even Mariah's dad has been married. This is his third marriage, and it's come from cheating or whatever. My dad cheated on my mom, and my dad and my mom had a great relationship. Everything was good, besides the religion stuff. Cheated on the mom. Your dad, it's like TMS, dude. And our dads are genuinely. My dad's genuinely a good person. I've seen him help so many fucking people. Genuinely a good dude, and TMS got to him.
Yeah, too much sperm is definitely a real issue. And I'm not saying I'm not dealing with it forever again. It's going to be back, and it'll be back stronger than ever. And I'll be at the parlor before I know it. But
you guys got to fill me in on the TMS.
Too much sperm. It's
by the way, our coach, Brandon, he came on the pod. Fucking the man. Can't wait to talk to him for a bit. So
TMSing is too much sperm. It's the opposite of PMSing. It's just girls when they're like, I'm PMSing, I can act like this. It's like, well, if I'm TMSing, I can fuck a bitch, and it accidentally happened because I'm TMSing.
Got you.
Basically, the low.
It's a real problem.
It's a real issue. It's
all men face it.
Hey, Brandon, you could spin that to the blue light. You could see the blue light, and not really on top of it, just kind of in the front of it.
Turn it like 90 degrees counterclockwise.
Look at the blue light on the right side of the mic.
Right there.
The blue mic talking to the blue
That's
part
perfect,
of it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
TMS.
But that'll be good. We got the shirts coming out. We can spread awareness for that.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
What'd you guys do last night? So you guys went on a little hike?
That was during the day, yeah. It wasn't at night, but we went on a little hike just around the house. It was super windy and we brought Elena, and she was pretty much drowning in air. Like, so we had to cut the hike short, but it was still nice. And it was probably good because my knee's been a little sore. So it was a nice little hike. Went to the coffee shop, fucking chit-chatted for a bit.
What'd you guys do for dinner?
Danny took me to P.F. Chang's. Well, we went to P.F. Chang's. And I'm like, I've never been there. I'm like, are you sure that's not like fucking Panda Express's cousin? Like, isn't it? And we all dressed up, and she's like, no, there's really good reviews. And like, we're fucking fancied out. I'm blinging around, and I fucking walk in. It looks like I'm at McDonald's.
Fucking Rick sitting there.
Yeah, there's just, which, I mean, it was fine. I just felt so overdressed. I'm like, I just felt like,
was the food
but I wasn't
good?
stoned, so I wasn't like super paranoid. Because if I would have been, the food was decent. I had some orange chicken. It was decent. It's not organic quality food.
Yeah. What about you, Baron? What'd you guys do last night?
We went to Galo Blanco. That's probably Jay knows that spot.
Because he's Mexican?
Am I not in there?
Almost.
Yeah, good Mexican food. Tacos. Had some tacos. Had some. What else did I have? What's like Mexican soup? I'm drawing a blank.
I
Supo?
didn't even know there was Mexican soup.
Jay, you can't help me out here.
What was in it?
Corn, meat. No. It was good. Yeah, I met up with a good buddy of mine I've known since like middle school, and his girl, and yeah.
Kicked it.
Damn, since middle school.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking
No one asked. Just asked, what'd you do?
Danny had his first amateur fight, and he just fucking, dude, this kid is a great athlete, works hard as fuck, calm as fuck, hitting mitts like really fucking sharp, like a professional. It was his first amateur fight. I'm like, god damn, he fucking looks great. Goes out there against this kid who's pretty jacked and kind of explosive, but an awkward style. And just got fucking clipped. Everything was perfect, and just got hit with a lucky punch. It just kind of shut his lights off, and it's just like, it's so fucking crazy. Pisses me off.
That was yesterday?
Yeah.
It's so crazy how that could change the direction of his career.
Yes.
That could fuck with him mentally so bad leading up to the next fights that are like could change his whole career from that one punch.
He's the type of kid though that it won't. It's
He knew it.
crazy. He's just
Lucky fucking point, yeah.
lucky fucking punch. He's just the type of mentally strong kid. But
what do you guys, what's your advice to that? You sit down with him, you get a chance to communicate. What do you say?
yeah, you just got to know that can happen. And then when you go into the next fight, we got to just focus on what you can control. Just be able to focus on what you control. And it always comes back to the fucking, obviously, being able to meditate. When did we first start meditating? Fuck. I remember I was living with Lon at Maui Lane at the UFC gym, and I started
I remember you telling me.
the Headspace
Yeah,
app.
yeah. Was it Headspace?
It was Headspace to start, but then I
And then
started
Sam Harris.
reading Tim Ferriss's, and then when I broke my jaw, I started meditating, and I remember really telling you, like, dude, you need to do this. This is fucking powerful stuff.
I remember you texted me that, yeah.
When did you start doing it?
Consistently? I don't know. Sometime probably after that. I mean, eventually I fucking started, obviously. I don't know. When Maui Lane, I remember, I'm trying to figure out where I was living.
Were you at Lauren's by then, or were you at Danny's?
I think I was living with Danny and her fucking 8 brothers.
I think so too. Yeah, something like that. How about you, Brandon? When did you start doing it consistently every day?
I started in college and then kind of in and out. So for me, it was like multiple times in my life when I really took it on. The last time would have been, what I think it was the most impact was like when I was going through the divorce. So for me, I got hit with that, and we've talked about it. It wasn't kind of as different. It wasn't necessarily a bad divorce. We just, kind of grew apart, and I really, at that point, I realized I wanted to grow and be a better man, a human, and I really locked in there. So I spent it's probably a good 6 months where I was doing a lot of hiking by myself, a lot of training by myself, and a lot of meditating. And that was, I feel like everything I had done in the past kind of opened the door to be able to really step through there and make a significant improvement.
It's cool that both moments were like tragic moments.
Yeah.
Like yours was your jaw, yours was a divorce. Like it was like, that's what it takes sometimes.
It's sad though, right? That it's like, I think about this a lot. Like, how would you communicate that to somebody so that they could embrace that before having to go through?
Can't.
I don't
think
know if
it's
you can
experience. You just gotta fucking. That for me, what I can relate to that is I had to experience going out as much as I did that last fight camp. There was no one that was gonna tell me like, dude, it's not even like that worth it. Like I don't regret it, but it was like I had to go experience that to get to the point where I'm like, oh, okay, well, I had to do it to just get it, experience it.
Yeah. For you, when you were the 2 years when you were off fighting,
that was probably huge.
That was a big growth.
That one was huge. Yeah. A lot of the things too is if Danny and we haven't really had any crazy anything with our relationship lately, but anytime going through stuff with a relationship wise, I always felt like I could go inside more, or because I forced myself to with reading or meditating or listening to certain things.
I think though we preach about it so much and how much it's helped all of our lives, like so much. I think a lot of listeners have started because of it.
Yeah,
we talk about it
for sure.
I told Kyle and Bob and Salim, asked them about meditation. It was just so foreign to them.
Yeah,
but not in like a bad way. But I was the exact same way at one point. But I told them how powerful I truly thought it was. I wonder if they all said they were going to start, but
yeah,
you wonder. And it can improve everything that you want to get better at. Those moments it'll improve that.
And I feel like those guys that are creators like that, creators and constantly busting out content, like they have to have anxiety, whether it's going to be able to keep going, whether they're going to be able to keep up with the lifestyle they've created for themselves. Is everything going to keep building? And dude, I think the meditation is a big fucking cure for anxiety.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, you figure are they attaching their success to happiness, and their success at that, I imagine, could be how many views they're getting. What are the comments, like all that feedback, and if you're that big of a internet celebrity, whatever that is, to me that's really dangerous, because if you're evaluating your life based off of that, like that could always dip, you're still a celebrity, but maybe you're not as much of a celebrity. I think that's kind of a scary thing.
That book. What was that book you called me? It's by Anthony DeMello, the same person that wrote the awareness book.
Yeah, it's horrible that I can't think.
I was reading it this morning. I can't think of it either. But I've been reading that book that you gave me.
Is it sweet?
It's very, very, very similar to awareness, and it's funny because if you listen to the audible and you're reading the words, you can hear him saying certain things, which is pretty funny. But it's similar. It's just a good reminder. Is what it is about attachment and happiness, and attaching your happiness to certain things, and how you can't achieve happiness, or you can't acquire it because you already have it. It's just a good reminder of the awareness book.
There's a really good part in that book where it kind of talks about, relates back to like competing too. Where I think a lot of people almost associate that kind of lack of attachment, that it's almost like a passive. Like, does that mean you don't try to achieve anything? And he talks about that in that book, where I think that's powerful, because it's not. You can still want to be elite. You can still want to be world class. You can still want to make money. It's just really not attaching your self-worth or your happiness to those things. And then at that point, that's freedom. And then I think now those things enhance your experience, right? So now if you have a beautiful girlfriend or wife or whatever, if you have money, if you have cars, they can enhance your life, but they don't make you happy. That to me is really powerful, because it doesn't mean you just have to sit on the couch and you're like, I'm just going to
no anxiety.
Not do anything and be like a hermit. I mean, you could, but most people won't. So I think a lot of people assume that like non-attachment or non-judgment is like a passive thing. Like it's you're like a, kind of a weak human. And I don't think that's the case at all. So
opposite.
It's the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's some good shit. Let's talk about fucking Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley real quick. Cause that was crazy.
When did he knock him
round.
out? 6th round?
I was watching. It was a little late for us because it's later there. So I was watching on my laptop with like my eyes kind of shut, and it was the 6th round, getting closer to the end of the fight. It looked like it was probably gonna go all 8, and it was a close fight. I didn't really know who I had necessarily winning each round, but out of fucking nowhere, slept him,
dude. I said in the chat,
7th TKO,
7th round KO, because I'm like, dude, him taking this fight on 10 days notice.
He did look out of shape, but he didn't perform like he was out of shape.
Yeah, he performed like he's been fighting for a long fucking time.
Jake or Woodley?
Woodley.
Yeah. Woodley, but man, I was expecting Woodley to come out a little bit more hot, but he just didn't really have any good setups to his big right hand.
Yeah, and Jake's long. Woodley, they said they had the same reach, but I just can't see how that makes sense.
Jake looked jacked, dude. For weighing at 192, he looked like his shape's improving too.
Yeah. You see that cut?
Yeah.
Like, do you see a good video of it?
The weight cut or his
cut? No, his fucking cut on it. It was huge.
From the fight?
I think it was from an elbow or a headbutt. It was elbow and a headbutt that happened at the same time.
I think it's on Logan's.
So what do you guys now, as fighters, as a coach fighter, what do you think of? Is Woodley he made a bunch of money, but what does that do to his legacy, to his career?
Fucking good question.
I think it's a good question too.
Dude, it completely destroyed his fucking legacy.
It sucks because no matter what, forever now, when you Google him, that's the first thing that's going to pop up. When he was the fucking UFC champ at welterweight division.
But that comes back to attachment too. Like, if that could affect Tyron Woodley big time, or he could just be completely unattached to that and still be happy. But that's a fucking skill that you have to acquire, I feel like.
We don't know Ben Askren, but it seems like he's smart enough and he's like that. He doesn't attach any of his happiness to the outcome.
Well, I think with Ben, like, Ben was kind of supposed to win, but the way he looks, I feel like just makes it feel like it was like an excuse for him. Like, man, look at me.
Yeah. But then it's like Tyron, dude. Tyron's, 40 years old?
39, yeah.
40 years old. He was 0-1 as a professional boxer. It's like, fuck.
God, it's pretty cool to see, though, from Jake. He just started boxing not too long ago, kind of manifesting these big fights and how much self-belief and manifesting can get you what you want. But with that, just as much and how important is hard work, which obviously Jake's fucking for him to be boxing 3 years and then go and knock out Tyron Woodley's pretty that means he's been in the gym very consistently, improving, and has a good mindset going into a fight. It's pretty cool to see. It's inspiring.
I was gonna message you. I'm like, the way Jake was so confident. I've seen that so many times. Everything perfect. People so confident and things not going the way. And I was like, fuck, dude, he's so sure. So sure.
From Danny.
What?
Yeah, I said you saw it that night from Danny.
I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. But I think he would have probably fucked up Tommy Fury, too.
I think worse. I mean, it's hard to say. I don't remember really seeing Tommy fight. I guess I can't really say that. But that's so sweet. You can't really... You want to know who's next. He said he made it... Did you watch post-fight conference at all?
No, was it good?
He said he's like, I'm going to take a little break. I cannot fight. I fought 4 times in 13 months. So he's going to take a little break, but that's fucking sweet. And he's hyping up that Amanda Serrano. She's officially a millionaire now, she said.
Yeah,
and
he's...
like, Jake's hyping her up, and like, it's pretty cool to see.
He's 100% setting her up. But, dude, I'm happy Jake won just because I want to see this build-up keep going, and I love when that keeps going. But, God, yeah, it's hard not to feel...
I feel
for
bad for Woodley. Logan's big. Look how big that fucker is, dude.
He's a big dude, yeah.
Dude, especially in those fight moments, when something doesn't go your way, I think it's just so important after to be just the king of perspective. Be like, my family is healthy. They didn't just die in a horrific car accident. I have all my limbs. My eyes work. Everything works. You just got to put that shit in perspective. All these people around me love me just as much as they used to.
Yeah.
But, dude, anytime
you can't do it
open
unless
that
you
phone-
practice, man.
Yeah.
You have to practice it, right?
God, Tyrone's mom just sitting front row, too. Like,
And then you open your
That's
phone
nasty.
up and it's just like...
God, this last week, it's after every fight, I just fucking am on my phone, Instagram, YouTube. Basically Instagram and YouTube. I don't really... Sometimes Twitter. But it's just, I get into such... It's so crazy, because I'll be just randomly scrolling way more than I do... Oh, God.
Is it when you're high, too?
No.
Or?
Oh, no. When I'm high, I get lost in it sometimes.
Me too.
And I just can't. I'm like, I don't want to put it down.
Do you find yourself looking at your stuff?
Just cruising your feed.
Yeah, I'm like, God, that was a good post. No, more so just the random search stuff. But I always see, like, I've probably watched my combo, boom, 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 like 30 times, random search.
Pulls you in.
But yeah, officially fractured, hairline fracture on my thumb. It fucking sucks, dude. Could be worse, king of perspective.
So what did they say?
I have to go see the official doctor. The X-ray, the UFC just sent me the X-ray results, which said hairline fracture. So I still have to go see a dude. But I've been gaming every day. It's not good for it. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Really?
Probably not. Fucking hurts after.
Hey, Madden, dude, you should get him while he's down.
I already told him 1-9. Oh, I'll still smoke him.
That game.
You can't hit that.
No,
Whatever.
but
Hey, bud.
I can't hit stick. I need to talk to a doctor and see if it's okay if I do game or if I should completely demobilize it, because that's gonna be hard. No training or gaming, dude.
Yeah,
It's nice though. It's not a clean break. You know, it's a fucking little cracks in
Little
there. They're gonna
fracture. Yeah.
heal up quick. It can't be more than 6 weeks till that thing's 100%.
I know, but that's a long time without
Yeah.
grappling or fucking hitting mitts.
Yeah, for sure.
But I could shadow box. I could run. I could lift with Brandon, do certain things. So I'll have to fucking just.
Did Jake say in his press conference who he wants next?
Well, he said he kind of brought up Masvidal and Diaz, and then his guys were like, shut that down real quick because they can't be
There's
doing
no
contract stuff right now. They're contracted with UFC, so they can't even talk about it.
Oh.
So he didn't really say next. They
That's
also
not
brought
gonna
up
happen.
Kamaru.
That's not gonna happen.
Kamaru versus Jake?
Nate or Jorge.
No. Well, no, not anyone that's contracted with UFC. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Unless Dana really, really wants to see Jake lose and really, really, truly believes Kamaru can go in there and do it, then I think it might happen.
At that point, would he get the contract would be he'd get some of it. The UFC would, right?
Dana, oh yeah, I'm sure.
What does that look like to you?
Kamaru versus Jake?
Yeah.
I just have to see it. I fucking don't know.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to say, but Kamaru's arms are really long.
He's a complete opposite fighter of Tyron Woodley.
Yeah,
Like,
Got a good jab.
Kamaru's not gonna go in there and try to look for a right hand. He's gonna go in there and probably fucking jab, set up. I don't know. It's hard. It's very hard to say.
yeah, it is. What if it was like, no, fuck that. Kamaru's not doing it. Israel is gonna do it. He's gonna come in and box you. How sick would that be?
Fuck, man.
Damn, that's the same weight.
Yeah.
Izzy's fucking. That's a motherfucker right there.
I wonder if Jake could be like,
And he has the power to. Nah, I'm good.
100%.
Fucking tomorrow, huh? He's like,
I wonder how much he made that. 5 mil, probably.
Jake? That's a good question. I don't know.
Tyron, what, you think he made 500K flat?
Yeah, probably it.
Probably
Not
500K
it, but that's
flat,
probably what
yeah.
he made. Damn, dude. What a fucking... That would have been crazy to be at that one.
Yeah.
That just...
It was super fucking boring, though. I was like, oh my God, if this ends like this, one punch, tie up, one punch, tie up, one
Yeah.
punch, tie up. I was like, oh my God.
Both fighters took home $2 million for their August bout, according to... Huh? Yeah, $500,000 bonus if you knocked him out. Do you see he gave him a Rolex?
Yeah.
Jake gave Tyron a Rolex. But Jake was probably super thankful and grateful that someone was able to take it on such short notice. Who else could have took that on short notice and still had that big of a pay-per-view?
Yeah,
no
exactly.
One. It was Jake, or it was Tyron or no one.
Yeah, for sure. So was the full week after being in fight camp, being fucking disciplined, waking up, having one thing on your mind every single day, to now it's like, okay, and we got a little bit of time off.
Honestly,
What's
I've
it
been
been
wanting
like?
to train. I'm. It's frustrating not being able to train.
Dude,
At
once
least
you roll
once.
again, you're gonna be like,
I know,
oh,
it's-
that feels good.
But also, I've been gaming every day, and streaming on Twitch just makes my fucking day. It's so fun. It's like training. It's like going and fucking and hanging with the boys and streaming. That's been fun doing that every day. But my thumb gets real sore after. I'm like, fuck, might have to shut that down and just do chattings. There's no game I can play without my thumb.
yeah.
But I've been playing Halo.
Has it been fun?
lot.
Scale from 1 to 10, how fun
It's
compared to?
it's really fun. It's really fun because it's 4v4, but we play ranked. We're playing like a high level. Well, I mean, you can still play with shittier people, but ranked's like a competitive mode, to where like you want to be playing with good people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, like you Schmitz, but there's also other game modes that are still fun. You could still play regular game modes that would be fun.
Well, because could we do 4v4 of our people?
Yeah, probably
That'd
custom
probably be
lobby.
fucking fun.
But it's so much different than Call of Duty. You don't aim in. It's pretty much all hip fire. You got to shoot them a lot more. It's fun, though. That's the first game I ever played online was Halo, like 12 years ago.
That's crazy.
It was crazy.
I feel not as good playing Call of Duty. I'm like, this map, it's super glitchy. I'm sure it'll get better. And then December 31st, the new Resurgence map or Rebirth map
Yeah.
comes out.
Well, that's what happens every new game. It's like, that
It's like,
sucks at first.
fuck, dude. This got ruined.
It's crazy how they did like big tournaments already on those maps and with those guns and shit. It's like, why
Yeah.
not wait for 5?
Los Angeles Times. Hip-hop artist Drakeo, the Ruler, was fatally stabbed at the Once Upon a Time LA concert at Bands, California on Saturday night.
Jesus.
Paramedics responded to a report of a stabbing at the stadium in Exposition Park around 8:40.
Your mom was
One
there?
person was taken to the hospital in critical condition. The individual was not identified, but a person with direct knowledge of the incident. Drakeo, the Ruler, had been attacked by a group of people. Do you know who that is? You know who that guy is?
No, do you?
Mm-mm.
Dow. Who?
He's a rapper.
Is he really?
I like his shit.
He's got what?
Dang.
He has a song with Drake.
Oh,
He died
All the
later
rappers
that
get
night getting
performed.
stuck. That'd be a
Jeez.
weird
How
feeling
old
just
was
getting
he?
stabbed, wouldn't it?
I'll check.
You feel like
yeah. I wouldn't want to get stabbed.
Oof.
I've cut my finger with knives and shit. That's pretty much all I got. 1993. Damn, he was a year older than me. 27, 28.
I didn't watch the Derek Lewis fight, but Big D Lewis got it done.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't see it either. I seen the clip.
I guess the guy who's fighting is a good black belt in jiu-jitsu, pretty fast. But dude, in a small cage with Big D Lewis, fuck that, bro.
Dude, seriously.
And just the fucking hammers.
You been watching much football, B?
I have, man.
A little bit more
Yeah, a
than
little
usual?
bit. The Cardinals.
Is Chelsea and her family just like into it a lot more too?
Yeah.
Is that why you're watching more?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're huge Cardinals fans. Like, it's cool to see, but like you're a true fan. That's actually, like going back, I mean, a year ago, right? We'd been dating for just a bit, and we were
Damn, it's
we
been that
did like a staycation, and the Cardinals were on, and she like had to watch it, and it was like it was wild to me. I'm a sports guy, right? I definitely am like a fan of pretty much every sport. I've never met a girl that's this into football. It was cool, and she knows the plays. Her dad coached, so she comes from a family that just loves sports. I mean, dude, she was at the UFC fight. That was like her.
Well, that was her first time
That
going,
made
yeah.
her, yeah.
Was she pumped?
She pumped. I mean, she boxes, so she loves it. She respects it. It was really cool for her, you know.
Especially that night and the electricity in that arena that night.
Yeah. She said she was really nervous because she obviously knows you.
That makes watching someone that you know changes fighting.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard.
Even if
Yeah.
it's like a little connection. Like even if it's like I met him once, it's like, oh shit, different.
Yeah.
But knowing him, fighting's fucked. Daniel said he was like about to puke and he just like,
That was his first fight.
no, it wasn't. He feels like that all the time.
Yeah.
But Danny's so good. She just knows like, okay, I'm gonna inhale and
Yeah.
then exhale twice as long.
Yeah.
This is how you get your body in a calm state.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as we walk out, I feel like a sense of calmness and be like, hey, whatever's gonna happen happens. Let's
Yeah.
just let it roll and
Yeah.
just stay focused, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do really good with that, and obviously you do as well.
It's hard
Yeah.
not to after 15 in a row. Just win. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, for sure.
Did you listen to Cheeto on Joe Rogan at all?
No, I put on like maybe 2 minutes. I was like, I'd rather
didn't
listen to something else.
His voice. I was like,
Yeah, I don't know.
Can't-
Just wasn't no flow to it. Just
it could have been good words. I just couldn't get past the voice.
Yeah, I was listening on, I forgot what podcast it was, but if you make $30K a year,
Joe.
you're in the top 1% of the
people?
world.
You listen to that whole podcast?
Most of it.
The motherfucker made $100 million this year off NFTs.
Yeah.
Rogan.
No. Beeple, I think's his name. He was the guy that said, or I think Joe said that.
He sold one NFT for $69 million.
Oh, that was the guy you.
Yeah.
Oh,
One NFT.
It's wild, man.
wait, that's how he
fuck.
became famous. What?
Well, Mariah said he was a little bit. He was doing decent before the NFTs and stuff. He like sold one of his digital artworks to like Versace, maybe it
He
was.
makes one a day. He posts every day for the last 20 years. He said.
I wonder how long it takes him to whip up some digital artwork.
He makes them too. He's making them and selling them.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's like the biggest artist right now. But dude, 30 grand a day, and you're in the top 1% of the world.
Yeah.
So
Well,
more than
1% of the world has 99% of the money, right?
Yeah, I mean, think of like, you know, some of these countries, but still, right? That's crazy. Like, I think I remember hearing like if you have 100 grand saved, again, you're in like some crazy percentage. You know, and most people are living, you know, check to check, and even people that make a bunch of money. You think about their lifestyle just continuing to, like a lot of people that make a good money aren't necessarily putting it away.
Or happy.
Yeah, or happy. Yeah.
Yeah, you lucked out too. I guess not lucked out because it took, but something you're super into is personal training and training people and helping people, and then that became your living. Like, dude, there's just not that many people that do what they really enjoy doing and make money from it. There's just not that many.
Yeah, I mean, I just think passion and purpose, man. It's like, you know, and if you comes back to just awareness, I don't think nothing bad can come from being tuned in, you know, and wanting to experience. So if you're able to do something that you're curious about and you're interested in, that's what it's about, right? Whatever that is.
And you see like guys at 23, 24, they're like, they get all these responsibilities, they start having kids, and then they realize like, oh,
House
fuck.
payment, car payment.
Oh, fuck. Now I'm doing this job that I fucking hate, and I have to now because I have to pay these bills. God,
Yeah.
that's what I always preach, dude. Just wait on fucking having kids if you
Dude.
can.
Or just buying like a nice car to where your bills $500 a month for that payment. It's like, and you're making $1,500, $2,000 a month. It's like, fuck, that's most of your money. And then you got rent.
Yeah.
Like Michael bought a fucking $20-some-thousand truck, doesn't have a job, has a monthly payment for a fucking truck. I'm like, he just doesn't think sometimes.
Yeah, it's weird.
You get trapped.
It's weird.
Then you get a $2,000 rent
Yeah.
a month rent apartment. So now your bills are $2,800 a month, and you don't have a job yet. It's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, mobbing our pieces of shit for the longest time.
Oh,
the Prius and
Nissan, we still got them.
dude, it rarely affected my happiness. Just
Zero, pretty much.
Literally
technically,
zero.
Probably, like, actually.
yeah, literally zero. Just driving those pieces of shit around for the longest time.
Yeah, my Nissan. I still love my Nissan. Like, I'll never sell it or get rid of it.
I wish my Prius ran, but I was thinking if Schmitty moves down here, it'd be worth it to get it fucking running.
That thing might not ever get back up and running.
You
bud.
might not fit in that.
Also
Yeah, no
that.
shit.
Schmitty's a big boy.
What a nice dude though.
Fucking nice.
I love that fucker.
Yeah.
His dad's voice in that video.
Yeah. The commercials are worth it.
Perfect video.
They're gonna get. They said they got their brains cooking already for the TMS shirts and
I
what
got
kind of commercials
I
are gonna
sent
do.
Schmitty one of another Sugar Squad NFT for his birthday. He was jacked. I played with one guy who had the gamer NFT yesterday. Who came in chat, sent me it, showed me
Gamer NFT.
the Sugar Squad gamer. They're the different categories. His was the gamer. Gamed with him.
Can you still can I buy one? Can you go my phone?
Hybrid.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry about
no,
that.
you're good. Yeah, they're on sugarsquad.com. Then you have to buy them, then mint them.
Yep.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Buy it, mint it. That's about all I know, to be honest.
It's pretty
You gotta go to
simple.
OpenSea. There's like, you gotta have the MetaMask, OpenSea,
He's
Coinbase.
got all that. He's got
Yeah,
all
you
that.
were.
Oh, you download all that?
Yeah,
Made
Tim
it?
was hooking me up
shit.
over fight week, man. I was trying to wrap my head around that. I still haven't. I want to do it just to kind of at least be in the game.
Sugarsquad.com.
Yeah, and then you can just buy it on there, and then it'll go over to OpenSea and your MetaMask.
Whoa. Yeah. So there's 5 different categories and shit.
Yeah, it was interesting because we had the opportunity to go to Miami next week or for New Year's.
Yep.
But it was like all three of us were kind of on the same page. Like, fuck, dude,
Well,
do we
dude, the
really
pros and
want to do
cons-
that?
The pros and cons is like the flights, no matter what, we had a layover. That automatically, I was like, dude, I do not want to fly somewhere. Like, I don't want to do it. Then it was like,
In the airports, it's not bad because it's us three just fucking around. But in the plane, it's like,
yeah, that's the. And then it's like, okay, we'd be there for pretty much less than 48 hours. And we would for sure drink New Year's night because we'd go out with
Yeah.
the Nelk boys and Steve and shit. So I was like, fuck, dude, I don't know. I mean, it would be fun if we went, but it sounded like it was more stressful.
after riding that private jet home, Brandon, it's like, dude, I don't know.
It's hard to fly normal.
Unless it's a 30, 40-minute flight, but even still, dude.
Well, yeah.
But is Elena getting older now to where it's like you don't even really want to leave her, or is it just the flight, you think?
Definitely Elena too, Elena and putting all that. It's like, okay, Danny has Elena all day, but she has to figure out all the plans, so that plays a role into it too.
Yeah. In like the partying, the most thing I would be excited about was fucking possibility of a little strange.
Scoring some chicks.
So
yeah.
it's like pointless to even go and do that, dude.
well, if you don't get straight, you can't pull, you can't close.
Dude, the thing is, last Florida trip there was too many options to where it was like I don't want to piss her off. I don't want to piss her
Yeah,
off.
I don't want to piss her off.
So Miami would just be go meet the boys and party.
It would have been
Do a vlog and shit.
Okay.
vlog
That's their home base.
Miami, Steve's. Yeah,
Is
that's
that-
where they're doing New Year's.
Where does he live?
Miami. Yeah.
I mean, so would that if you were okay? This is a good. You guys are single. You have a bunch of money. No kid. No. Where would Miami be? And you're not. Let's say you're not even a martial art. You know,
Oh, okay.
just you got $100 million in the bank. And you're not
Dude.
attached to anything. Do you go live in Miami?
Miami would be the spot, 100%, dude.
No responsibilities.
No. Yeah, you're just independently wealthy. You just inherited.
And you got a little bit of clout and you got money.
If you got a
You're
couple
getting any
chains.
puss you want every night. It was crazy how many hot chicks were there, Brandon. Looking
Miami
for
was
some
probably
D.
the number one place.
and
for hot
mostly
chicks.
like Latinas, right? Like
Everything, yeah.
Venezuelan,
Colombian,
Colombianos.
Puerto Rican,
Yeah.
just a bunch of island boys.
It would be bad and dangerous to live there. I'm
Yeah.
glad I live in
I feel like I'd have a
Peoria.
lot of anxiety. A lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
From the alcohol and the come downs, you'd be doing a little sugar booger,
Yeah.
maybe. So I don't
Or
know.
2C. Remember it was
Oh
2C?
God, you and fucking 9.
What the fuck did he say was in that 2C? He said it was was it? It was a mix of something, and they just have it in Miami. He's like, you've never heard of Tusi? It was some crazy shit, though.
You're like, no, I'll take it. Make sure you don't die. I'm like, all right, thanks.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
Daniel said, or Shayla said, I won't say her name, from the gym, passed out at the fights. She took too big of a dab, and then she had an edible, and she boom passed out, and someone called you know who I'm talking about?
Oh, yes, I saw him last night.
Someone called the ambulance. She passed out a couple times, but then she was fine. She was out for like 2 minutes at one point.
Well, I saw her because there was this little weed festival, and she sampled a couple edibles. I don't know how many she ate,
God.
but if you did a dab on top of that, it probably would pass out.
That's scary, dude. We don't know what's in this fucking weed nowadays, dude. Especially if you have some random weed festival.
Yeah, you really don't.
Fucking sperm in a little bit, just fucking have someone hit it, and they go, you don't know.
You're saying with it being legalized, like it's actually worse, or like you don't know what you're.
I just don't know.
People are probably trying to find the cheapest ways to make you feel high. So who knows what it is? Pesticides.
Yeah.
the bottom of the barrel weed, just shit
Yeah,
weed.
just shit. And then mixed with a bunch of just cheap corn syrup and sugar and gummies.
So you need to
That's hard to
trust.
say.
You probably wouldn't trust the company you're getting shit if you're buying,
for
right?
Sure.
Yeah.
100%. Ideally, you get some outdoor grown organic weed, but it's really not that easy. You got to go to California. I don't know if there's any here right now.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
It's got to be good temperature. And
Dude,
shit.
Chelsea's brother grows. I mean, has a farm up north. I don't.
Oh, really? Outdoor?
Yeah. Outdoor, yeah.
Damn. It's pretty,
Yeah.
see, that's the shit you want. You don't
Yeah.
want the fucking the random lights from the fucking light bulbs.
Yeah, dude. Another person was talking to me about it. They're just like, yesterday on the chat, they're like, I just love weed because it just brings me in the moment right away. It's like a meditation hack. But I think if you do it all day and you just abuse it, plus you're not doing other healthy habits, I don't think it will do that.
Could be just a fat excuse that you've told yourself over and over that it's just rationalizes it. It's like, no, bring me in the moment. But really it just causes you anxiety.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like we've talked about it before too. I enjoy the weed the most when I've had a good fucking day, I've exercised, I've ate pretty good, and I smoke weed at the end of the day. I'm like, holy, this is a sweet fucking drug.
My issue lately has just been fucking overeating, dude. And it just overeating affects my sleep, which in turn affects the entire next day from overeating. And I just sometimes can't not do it when I'm high. I legit don't have the ability, if I'm stoned in that moment, to be like, I'm not going to eat. Especially coming after a fight and like a long fight camp and being so strict.
And that
It's a
diet
mental
too.
fuck, dude.
Well, I'm sitting there last night. I'm like, I just ate a fucking huge thing of good veggies, some beef and some rice, and huge plate. Then I got some cereal. Then I got some chocolate. I know my stomach's full, but my mind is just like, find something to eat. Find something to eat. Find something to eat. I'm like, fuck, I'm stuffed and I feel
taste
good.
something.
Like, come on.
Yeah. Pozole.
That's the soup?
I just randomly.
Pozole.
Pozole.
So you've been smoking just a little bit in the nights with Chelsea?
Yeah.
I bet that's been fun.
But you're like, the thing with yours is you have a nice little pen. You're not fucking getting stoned. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you?
No.
Or you're just like taking a little. That's where I feel like it's probably weed could be is most properly used is
Yeah.
in smaller doses rather than getting fucking stoned, which is
Yeah.
fun sometimes
Yeah.
to just be stupid.
It's like getting a little bit of a buzz or getting fucking
Yeah.
blacked out.
I usually get greened.
Yeah, I fucking enjoy it. I got this shit. I don't know. It's called a Delta 8. I don't know if that's a company, but
I think it is.
is it?
I don't
It was
know.
like 6,000 milligrams of CBD and then 250 milligrams of THC. It was in these droppers. But it just makes your body feel just like really high, and then a little bit of the THC effects. Pretty nice.
Damn, that's probably that's probably the best way to do weed.
Yeah.
You're smoking or eating it.
You've been, because those Dr. Dabbers are fucking sweet.
That's what I've
The
been hitting.
volcanoes are fucking sweet. Now I've just been doing these joints that I've been rolling lately just because I have a lot of them. But it's nice having all those different ways, and I feel like each one gives you a little different high.
Dude,
the
those-
dabber puts me lights out though.
That's the thing. If you do it on a low temperature and just take a small dab, it's so weird because you think I gotta fucking smoke a lot. You don't, dude. At least I don't.
Yeah.
Like Schmitty has to, or he won't feel anything.
Yeah,
But I can take a low temp dab It is such a fucking smooth high.
Yeah, those Dr. Dabbers are sick.
God,
They
Coach
really
Sugar
are.
Shower.
They really are. You've never tried a dab, have you,
I
Brandon?
don't think so.
Just
Yeah.
a small, low heat dab. You should next time you're at Sean's. You like it, I bet.
You guys, you've explained it to me multiple times, and in this moment, I still don't know. It's just a different. It's
It's just
higher
Flowers'
concentration.
cousin.
Flowers.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep, Flower's cousin. Oh, what else we got? What's the next biggest fights coming up? Do
That's a
we
good
know?
question. You want to pull that up, Big Dow? I know we got Francis for Surreal Gone coming up soon.
Yeah,
Is that
Jane-
January or February?
I think it's February.
Dustin versus Nate's a potential fight that's going to be happening next.
They,
Did you see Cole? Oh, you sent it to me. Colby
Yeah.
talking shit about Dustin's wife. I'm like, damn, the motherfucker's really pushing the boundaries.
well, it would suck to have to be like that.
He's got to up his shit. Damn, that's a pretty stacked card. When is this one? January 22nd. Brandon Moreno, Figueiredo 3, Cyril Gone, Francis, Jared Kinnear, Derek Brunson.
Jared's back. Fuck yeah.
That fight just got pushed back to that date, I'm pretty sure. Greg Hardy versus Olex.
The Russian who fucking pulls mount.
Was that who it was?
Yep. The Saeed kid.
Cody Stamen, Mike Morales. Ji Yonkin.
Dude, those heavyweights though. Holy fuck. Those are freak of natures. Those are like NFL
Yeah.
D linemen, probably.
Dude, those guys are. I think
They
the
gotta be
D-lines are
D-lines.
pushing 300, like 310.
Defensive end. I mean, Hardy was freak of freak in the
Yeah.
NFL. Defensive. I think he was a D end.
Being around Hardy even was
Oh,
like he's a
kinda.
different fucking species. dude.
Kyler's co-main? No. That's
Hell yeah.
crazy. That's fucking lit. Marcelo Rojo. Or do they have the whole card filled up or is it just those?
Chanel's back after that weight cut. They already rebooked him.
Who?
Matt Chanel, the one that was
Oh.
on your card.
Damn, that was a flyweight? He's a big boy for a flyweight. I mean,
That Chanel was?
I thought he was
I didn't know he was flyweight. I'm like,
I thought he was
Jesus.
35er.
Yeah, that's why he was.
Dying, huh?
Literally looked like the fucker was dying. Roxanne Modifier. I thought she retired. Or am I tripping?
I thought she retired too.
Fuck, pull a little fucking bukai.
But dude,
That's sick. Kyler's co-main on that. That's fucking. That's a pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, it is. This is
Izzy versus Robert Whitaker.
yeah, this is 271, I think. Yeah. 271.
all
Fuck
Kyler's
yeah, dude.
performances have been fucking.
They've all been. He beat
sick.
Paiva, dude. Like, let's be real. He fucking beat Paiva.
Yeah, yeah. But like I said, I bet you Kyler will get more growth out of getting
That
that
loss.
loss
Yeah.
than if he would have put his lights out in the first round.
100%. Jack Hermanson versus Sean Strickland.
Pretty
Only
good
fight.
one. But dude, okay, there's so you don't think there's many DNs that are 270, 280, 290?
No, they probably are, but I'm saying there's probably bigger.
Like those quick fucking D linemen on the
I
outside.
mean, I think that's probably about the standard for. That's like the
Minimum.
That's the prototype for that. I think
Yeah.
now. I mean, what's Jones on the Cardinals? What's his weight?
Chandler Jones.
Chandler Jones. He's probably, I'd say 250 at
He's
least.
right.
He's a D end, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What does it say he weight?
105. Just jokes.
I saw it too.
But wait,
6'5", yeah, it doesn't say. It says they're
it's WAIT. Just jokes. 260.
260.
Damn, yeah. That's,
I mean, that's probably the.
look at. I guess it shows a bunch of them right there. That dude's 337.
Arthur. He's an offensive lineman, isn't he?
Yeah.
Defensive end.
Jesus.
I mean, so that boy's moving quick at 330.
That's like your Prius just driving at you.
Dude, but Francis and Serial, those guys.
Cereal.
That's it. That's the name, right?
Surreal.
Yeah, Serial.
Yeah, Captain Crunch.
I mean, look at that. The running back for the Cardinals is 230, right?
Jesus. Imagine me on corner trying to take him out. I'm going to go after him.
Remember Steven Jackson for the Rams, the big fucking.
Of course.
Yeah.
Was he about 230ish?
The running back?
Yeah. What about Jerome Bettis? How big was
The
he?
boss.
Jerome Bettis is probably 300
Holy
as
fuck!
as a running back, I bet.
Really?
Yeah.
Jerome. Jerome.
No,
Yeah.
What the hell did you put?
JARR.
What do you say?
J.
This
What's his
guy.
last name?
Just put the
Jerome.
bus.
If you yeah.
The bus Bettis.
I thought he was a
B-
football fan. He doesn't know who the
Yeah, right
bus
there.
is.
I don't
I don't
know.
know what the fuck this guy is.
250, 5'11. That's literally like pretty much my build. What the fuck you laughing at, dog? It's already said it too.
Dude, but yeah, the fucking Cyril
Yeah.
and Francis wrapped up with 4-ounce gloves. Like, okay,
Dude,
go
it's
get
surreal.
'em.
They've trained together. That fight, it's just
They
such
have
a,
trained.
together. I'm pretty sure they've trained
Oh
together.
shit.
Hey, what happened with the Frank Gore fighting
Oh,
the
I don't
basketball
know.
guy?
I don't know.
Williams, right? That was last night.
Deron Williams, yeah.
Jerome Williams beats Frank Gore via split decision. I'm sure that was just a fucking.
Do you guys remember him playing basketball?
No, I remember Frank Gore.
Williams was like a really good point guard in the NBA for a while. He was up there.
Click that little X, G. What are you doing? You want to watch that shit?
Yeah, Frank Gore's the guy that they offered Chael to fight, right?
Oh, is that
Chael
who?
said,
I remember
yeah.
Chael saying that, but I just don't fucking ever know it.
He's
Believe Chael or not.
so he's like 5'9", 2 something, and then the Williams I think is like 6'3", 6'4". There
Oh,
you go,
shit.
6'3", 5'9".
Dude, I bet these guys are like, I could not believe the level of cardio compared to their sports.
Yeah, I know. You can train it, you can spar
Whoa.
it, but then once you get in front of a crowd of fucking 20,000 people and their energy's roaring in that one spot,
Good hand.
Oh,
Wow.
that guy's powerful.
he might have
No.
fucked Chael up, huh?
Oh,
I'm Deron Williams. You Frank Gore?
damn.
Is
I
that-
bet these boys were. Oh, these guys are some good shit. This went to a decision.
4-rounder though.
That's good though.
Yeah, for your first pro, that's what it is.
Wow.
He moving pretty decent. Nice little straight right there. Throw a couple of knees. Do you see Woodley dump Jake? How effortlessly? That just shows you though. Like, and Jake said he felt in the clinch. He felt like his clinch wrestling power.
Oh, I'm sure.
Will he ever go into MMA? Do you think like
Jake
there's been
says he
talk
said
about
he
that,
will.
right?
Yeah, he says that. He says that too, but at a high elite level, I just don't think you can't develop on the ground. It takes at least 5 years to develop on the ground a little bit.
Yeah.
3-5 years. Like, yeah, he could be able to sprawl, but if he fights anyone who's a ground specialist, it's in trouble.
Yeah.
But dude,
you
it's also you can pick smart fights for him.
But then you can't sit there and throw a combo, clinch, and they're gonna break you. Throw a combo, clinch, they're gonna
Yeah,
break you. They're
yeah.
gonna clinch, you're gonna get dumped, and now it's a different world.
Yeah.
Didn't he fight AJ a long time ago?
Jay, fucking what's it, the little.
But I do feel like he would get really high level training. Obviously,
He said he trained with Habib and Javier.
he could probably club some people, but then he goes with one Russian, and he'll be like, "Holy fuck,
Yeah.
fuck this! I'm just gonna be rich and box." But props to fucking Woodley. Like, dude, Woodley in a real fight would kill him. It wouldn't be hard to take him down for Woodley and then beat him up. But Woodley does it, and now it's like, fuck.
Yeah. Well, it's like, where's Woodley gonna make 500 racks
Yeah.
in fucking 20 minutes?
I wonder
Nowhere.
if, like, in a couple years, if he'd go back and be like, would you do that or would you take that away and just end on that split decision loss where you technically kind of won? Would you take it all away? Take the money away, too? I wonder if he'd say yes. Probably.
Yeah, who knows what his lifestyle is? He could have fucking couple car payments and a house. Like, this could have.
And if you stayed off social media, stayed off it, it's like, I'm not even going to get on there. There's no need anymore.
Yeah,
Then it
probably good
would-
for you
It
too.
wouldn't be a big,
Yeah,
big deal at all.
100%. Yeah, it's not like I don't think he does like a podcast or anything where he has to talk every week.
Yeah.
He could completely just go peace, bitches, made his money.
How do you guys think you'd feel if you went a weekend and you lit no technology?
Probably way fucking.
Have you ever
good.
done that? Just literally just go like 2 days and don't even look at your phone.
It probably feels so
It'd
good.
be like a simple cleanse. I've honestly thought about that a lot recently, and then it's funny where my mind goes because it's I gotta return. What if I get a text from my client?
Yeah.
But like to think about how good that would be, and
Yeah.
even just if you went like 36 hours, like you went from Friday and then Sunday at midday, you got back on, right? But
Probably a good routine, good
yeah,
habit,
right.
healthy.
yeah,
Yeah, habit of it every week. Fuck, it'd be
I gotta
it'd be
game
It's
though.
our
I gotta
work.
stream.
How much of our work involves our phones?
Well, streaming doesn't involve my phone, but it involves interacting with electronics, electricity.
But other than that, like everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
think moving forward, that's going to be, technology is not going to go away, right? Obviously, there's a lot of positive that comes from it. But I think that skill is going to be people learning how to manage it and create boundaries. And there probably will be coaches that just, right, maybe there is already with kids where you just teach kids skills to like, okay, you have a day a week where you don't do it, you go in nature.
Well, did you hear about China? What they were talking about in that podcast where they have their Wi-Fi or their internet gets turned off at a certain time. It doesn't get turned back on until the next day.
Oh yeah, I did hear something
And
about
like
that.
they control a lot of what happens in America, whatever, fucking apps, TikTok and shit. Like they can control what Americans are seeing, but the fucking Chinese kids are seeing, when they're on TikTok, they're seeing science and math, and like they're seeing a whole different algorithm than what we're seeing.
So they're
It's crazy. They can control of it.
They're gonna take over.
We're just going to
America.
become stupid, and they're just going to be smarter, and then we
And they're gonna
lose.
take over because aren't they buying a bunch of land in California too? That's probably their plan. Their 10-year, 20-year plan.
I'm going to probably change that. Me and Jock are going to sit down. And
But you're
fucking think of some
right,
shit.
Brandon. Those coaches will probably be a booming business in the future.
It's crazy to think about what you just said too, that like you could manipulate it, and we're all about ad revenue, and maybe it's not there. Like, so what we see is what advertisers basically running that to put that in front of you, and there maybe it's not. You're like feeding information to people that actually is more about learning. I don't know.
Dude, the Rogan podcast is this. You can, like, I learned so much random shit from random people on Rogan podcast. It's so cool. But it's where I get all my news.
Yeah, if you were to look at a person and be like, okay, this person for 4 years listened to 2 podcasts a day, 2-hour podcasts a day of pretty reliable sources, or this person went to a 4-year degree, did his generals, did his like, who's gonna be smarter and have more intellect? The person who listened to the podcast, for sure. I feel like not even close.
I mean, especially if they're digging on their own, right?
Yeah.
Past that, they're looking for quality information. I mean, yeah, there was a lot of, with my degree, there was a lot of wasted time. That's for sure. Did you guys listen to the Peter Attia on Rogan?
I did. Longevity.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I mean, part of it was COVID, but like what I thought was cool is he talks about like the 2 indicators for like health and longevity: strength being number 1, and then VO2. And I think, no, don't quote me on this, but he wants you to test basically whatever they test 10 years younger. So if you're 30, he wants you to be an elite 20-year-old via strength, and you're 5x less likely to have issues that would kill you, something like that. So like
Damn.
strength 5x, and that's like probably not crazy to think about. You're 30, right? Like you're way stronger than the average 20-year-old, right? Like I imagine the standards are not very high, and then VO2 is like 3x. So if your cardiovascular health is, right, it's pretty cool to think about, like how being stronger affects
Your
your
longevity.
yeah,
Well, Andy was talking
Fucking
about
awesome.
the specific workouts. Hanging.
grip
How you
strength.
should, if you're a man, like your main, like a goal would be hang for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is harder than you'd think. And then the long HICT workouts, 45 minutes to an hour
Zone 2,
with your
yeah.
heart rate at a zone 2 level, how that's going to improve your cardiovascular. It's not just fucking getting on the treadmill and sprinting as fast as you can for as long as you can.
Yeah.
Zone 2 is what you have us do.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
HICT.
fucking sweet.
Yeah.
He says 4 times a week.
Holy
Which is-
shit.
It's like that is a lot, but also it's like 2 hours a week.
But then how much if
2.5.
if I go to a jiu-jitsu class and I'm drilling at a good pace and then I roll all those rounds,
Yeah,
how
that's
similar?
I would say that's perfect.
It probably is, yeah. I mean, if you're not going, I've always thought it'd be cool to have a strap on you guys. Like, I know it gets in the way, but just to look at the profile during like typical class, I think as long as you don't go, like, there's not a bout where it's really hard where you spike.
That's the skill.
Yeah.
Not spiking, not
Yeah.
going too hard.
Yeah, because then once you spike, you kind of stay anaerobic. So like once you go over your threshold, like you that changes. But still, you're probably the majority of time you're rolling. You're probably in a maybe it's more like a zone 3.
Depends who you're rolling with too. If you're
Yeah.
rolling with blue belts or
Yeah.
if it's
Yeah.
fucking rolling with tanks, like you're gonna feel
Yeah.
different heart rates.
But it definitely could
Fuck,
be.
rolling sounds fun, dude.
Wait till you do. You'll be like, holy shit, this is all I want.
Well, I haven't rolled since 3 weeks before the fight. I haven't rolled in a month.
Gotta
Done
roll or
jujitsu
wrestle
or grappled
fucking-
in a month,
Ah.
and my fucking thumb is fractured.
Do you have the Aura ring, Brandon?
I do. Yeah.
Damn, dude, I'm thinking
Yeah.
about swiping another one. Gen 3.
You don't. You have the old one.
I did. I fucking lost it like a dweeb.
Yeah.
I ordered the new one 3-4 weeks ago. I haven't heard anything from it. I
I
ordered
bet they're
Danny one
backed
too.
up because they were hustling on the promotions, on the emails, and just like,
Yeah. Giving you deals.
yeah.
But
What's your sleep look like now compared to camp?
I'm actually checking right now. Definitely not as good. Well, Wednesday I had 88 sleep, 88 overall. But
What's your total deep? Because you were getting like 3 hours.
this
right?
night specifically, it was like 2 hours 49 minutes. But that was kind of a rare night. Long around, like this sleep was 2 hours 6. So I've been sleeping still pretty good-ish, but
Yeah.
not like the numbers I was getting in camp.
Listening to the podcast, the Full Send, right? I had like an extra layer of appreciation for how far you take that, because I'm like listening to you talk about sleep. It's like, man, like I don't, I don't take it. I don't push myself that hard on doing all of the right things. Maybe again, I'm not in camp, but
Yeah.
that's an
That's why I
excuse.
can. I mean, to be like, I'm not doing it right now, and I could be. I ate too much last night. I fucking.
Yeah, those are simple things. You're still going to bed at a good time.
Yeah.
Are you
It
still?
was
probably
Saturday night.
plunging?
I'm like, I need to get to bed at 9:30. But
Yeah,
yeah, I'm still doing a good healthy
I
habit.
just don't think. I think the majority of professional athletes probably won't. Like, that's harder than most people think, to be that disciplined for
Yeah.
7 weeks.
Yeah.
They might say, I could do it if I was.
It's easy once you understand the importance of it. It's like,
Well,
that's
dude,
gonna fucking change my performance 100%.
and not even just your performance. When you wake up, it's like people are like, oh man, everything's going so good for you. Everything's going. It's like, dude, well, I fucking sleep really good. I wake up and I have a lot of good energy to put towards that stuff. So not even just for like physical performance, for being
Mental
able to
clarity for sure.
do the shit you want, grow the shit you want, have the good relationships you want. Like, it's fucking worth it to dial in that sleep, and it just fucking feels good.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a practice.
Yeah, it's weird once you like get good at sleep. Like, I always say it's a skill. Like when I was talking to the boys on the full set, I'm like, it's a skill you can get good at. But it's crazy how the top guys. I know Izzy. I was watching one of his videos when he was reacting or he was predicting my fight, and he's like, when I said I'm the best sleeper in the UFC. Dude, when I said that, I instantly thought I'm gonna be a meme. I'm gonna get knocked out, and that's gonna be the fucking meme. The best sleeper in the UFC. That's what I kept thinking. I was like, fuck, I gotta get that out of my head. But Izzy's like, yeah, he saw how I was talking about sleep, and Izzy obviously understands, assuming with the comments that he made, how important sleep is. But dude, I guarantee LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, like I guarantee the top dudes, Tom Brady, are very aware of their sleep.
You know what you need to do? You need to get connected with like Calm, and they should make you a ambassador or sponsor.
And I'm just reading meditations. Now close your eyes and picture
have
me
you seen,
knocking
like,
out.
LeBron is on it. Like, LeBron's on the new commercials for that. He
Oh, really?
talks about his sleep.
I'm sure, like, if I keep preaching it the way I am and living it,
Yeah.
something like that would definitely fucking
Yeah.
happen.
What's your smoke routine been like? Because before the fight, you didn't smoke for how many
Dude,
weeks?
I probably didn't smoke for 3 weeks.
Didn't smoke at all for 3 weeks.
Or edibles, which usually I do edibles, but I just felt like it would affect my sleep in a negative way. I just was like, I'd rather just not. Mm-hmm. But
What's the routine now? Just whenever you're feeling it.
yeah, I've been way better at it than I was the last couple times. Just been, I've been getting high at night, but I've been getting too stoned. Mm-hmm. Just the Dr. Dabber, the King Palm. It's nice taking puffs off those King Palms too.
I love how they said it opens up, like when you smoke, it opens up different neural pathways in your brain, and I feel like that's so fucking true. You're having this crazy day, and then you smoke a little bit, and you're like, damn. You start thinking about different shit and in different ways, and it's just nice.
I enjoy weed more after like I feel accomplished. Like going through my days, I'm like I can't work out, which I get a lot. It's probably an attachment thing. I get so much. I get so much from working out, even if it's a 30-minute run or whatever it is.
Get some peace after
I just
that.
feel like if I would, that's where I enjoy weed even more.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you guys agree that if you're, I feel like if my life is in order, when I get high, I'm like more at peace. But if there's things kind of hanging over my head it's like it gets amplified. So it's almost like if I'm
Absolutely.
taking care of my shit, if I'm doing things that kind of sit well with me, I can be high and be better with it. And it's also depends on how much. But if I've got like shit that's kind of sitting, that's kind of gray hanging over me, it makes it's not great.
Gives you that anxiety to have to get that figured out.
Like I get fixated on certain things, I think.
And then you get real high, then it goes away.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I don't ever get really high.
Yeah.
But yeah, some people just get fucking their days so stressed and they have so much to worry about all day that when they get high, they don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, and then the people who wake and bake all day, it's like, well, look at the trajectory of your life. It's probably not climbing like it could if you dialed in everything else.
But I do agree with that for me. If like I don't know. It's lately I just don't really feel like it's weird. I don't have anything scheduled, anything planned.
When you take a puff and like just a smaller puff and hang out with Elena, does
Oh,
it help you
God,
just
dude.
be there with her?
Yeah, it can be. It's similar to the phone. If you're locked in on your phone, but then if you're locked in with her, you're just locked in. Like we've been going out because Danny worked. She took in camp like a lot of work off, and then the fight week she took basically didn't work. So when we got back Monday to like all day, every day, so I've had Elena for the most part. But yeah, I took a couple puffs and we just went and sat outside in the sun and just watched her play with rocks. But it makes it easier to just kind of be able to chill the fuck out and not think about how long, like it's 9 a.m. and me and Elena are gonna be home all day till 5, till Danny gets home. But yeah, so it helps. It definitely helps in those situations.
Yeah, same with our puppies too. Fuck, thinking about having a kid though, I'm like, oh, I don't want to give away my free time, but I know how much love and enjoyment that thing will bring
tricky.
into my life. I'm like, when do I make that decision? Like, okay, now's the time. I'm gonna bring that stress, but also bring the love.
Oh, it's
like
tricky.
fuck.
It's fucking tricky.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine not being a parent. That's what I think about. Is like you probably have to look at the reward of that relationship that can't exist. It's unique, right?
Mm-hmm.
That reward has to outweigh all the other stuff,
Yeah.
or it should.
I'd say yeah.
The problem is most people don't really think about that. They just like it's like the next thing to do. So they have a kid,
Yeah.
and they're not really willing to sacrifice, and then they're just shitty parents. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what probably happens most of the time.
Yeah,
God,
for
Elena's
real.
personality. She's starting to say yeah to anything you say. You want to go outside? Yeah. Like, you want to dance? Yeah. Like, she just says yeah.
That's
and then
funny.
sometimes she goes, no. And, like, shakes her head. So she's saying yeah and no now. And it's so fucking crazy. Like, she'll just get up and walk and then do a little twirl and, like, smile and then walk off. It is a fucking trip.
She's a character, man. She
Yeah,
really
you
is.
saw her yesterday.
She's she's adorable.
She's getting more teeth in now, which is even just weirder.
Well, imagine having a parent like Danny who's super calm and a crazy ass dad. Like how your personality would be. It's gonna be
I feel
funny.
like the older I'm getting, the less. I don't know if it's having Elena, but the less crazy I
Yeah.
spaz. Because like years ago, I
definitely
was
seen
like,
it.
woo. But now I just feel more naturally calm.
Yeah.
I don't ever. That's I've
Brandon's
said this
only
to-
ever known me as calm.
Yeah, I don't. You say
Yeah.
that. I mean, I know you have that side, but I never see you spaz.
The crackhead
I had to work
tendencies.
No,
at.
yeah.
I had to work at that a lot.
Yeah.
Because that's crazy. I've known you for what, 3 years now, 3.5, 4, whatever it's
Yeah,
been.
yeah.
And Brandon's only ever known me because I remember we had a conversation one time where I was like, I'm always like up here and I have to like work at being down here. And you're like, really? I thought you kind of always were just.
Every time you go hang out with Brandon though, he just has
Brings
that
the calm
aura.
out
It
of
makes you be calm.
Yeah.
How about me in the club? Was that like were you guys awkward?
That's
for
how
me?
I feel when I'm so. I didn't even notice you because I ended up getting pretty fucking drunk. And
Same.
I didn't really notice.
Same.
And I didn't eat black, but I definitely was
Yeah.
just like in my own world. But dude, because you wouldn't get drunk, right? Or
I
you
felt
just
like
get-
such an asshole for like I journaled about that. I was like, this is something I've got to work on because
Well, it's either just you got to let loose and get drunk, or not go to the club because I can't go to a club sober or just partially buzzed.
Dude,
Like, I can't do it.
So many times I've done the exact same thing you've done. Just being like, I'm going to find a spot and just hopefully time passes. And it's passing so slow because I'm not getting drunk. I hate being here right now. I feel like I have to act a certain way. It's just like miserable.
Yeah.
But as soon as you start getting some substance, you're like,
Dude, once you
this is
get
kinda
buzzed
nice.
and you can just kind of let go. It's weird though because when you're sober, you find yourself. I felt like myself looking at people like, "What are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?" But and then I take a shot, and then it loosens up a little bit, and then you take another shot. But yeah, if you're gonna be at the club, you gotta be drunk. Or I don't know. I have to be drunk. I can't.
something.
Yeah. It makes me feel a little better.
Dude.
Yeah.
Because I was.
No.
I didn't even. I like leaving. I didn't think like what was Brandon doing. I didn't even think about that.
Either
until
did
you
I
brought it up.
at all.
Well, Danny is funny. Like, I asked her the next day. I was like, yeah, I was like kind of kidding around, but not really. And she's like, it's not your environment. Her answer was like, it's not your. I'm like, yeah, okay, but I felt bad for Chelsea. Like, I was more like embarrassed that I was like the guy that was like,
Standing at the club.
I think I lost my.
Oh, yeah, that plugs in.
And she's like, she said she was talking to Chelsea, and she's like, I like missed Brandon this week, and she's like, I think I just love him too much, or something like that. Like she was very, you know how you are when you're drunk talking to, just very emotional about how much she missed you fight
Yeah.
week and stuff.
And
It was
honest,
funny.
yeah.
Yeah, Chelsea was like really, both the girls, she was like really, really happy with, like, she just felt connected to them. And I guess like Danny was like, yeah, just be yourself. Like, he's fine, you know, which is,
Yeah.
I wasn't upset. Like, that's the thing. When I was younger, I would have gone into that and I would have been like upset.
Make sure guys weren't looking at Chelsea. Like
I
that
could
type
care
stuff.
less. It's just not my environment. But I looked at it and it's like, all right, dude, like, celebrate.
Yeah.
Like, I could definitely be in that environment and have fun and let loose and like don't have to get. It just was interesting.
Your environment would have been after when we got up to the suite and there was just pizza right there and we were just smoking a joint. It was before we went to the club, and we were so fucking high. I don't even know if we knew where we were.
That was gone.
And then we're like, all right, we're gonna go to the club because I had an obligation. I had to be there for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I didn't want to fucking move, dude.
I'm sure.
I'm like, I don't want to go to a club, man. But I knew I wanted to see the boys and just like,
Yeah.
So it ended up being fun. But I don't know if it's technically my environment either, unless I'm buzzed. We got to get Brandon just fucking iced out
Yep.
and get you drunk and then go to the club.
And
Like,
just
that's
us
my
to go-
environment. That's my
Yeah.
Or
environment.
you know what's funny, right? Is so I saw your picture. So we met up. Met up with Chelsea and then met up with her parents, and we were kind of just kicking. I had a beer, and I saw your picture. I think you're sitting on a
Oh, the
couch,
blue suit.
and I thought in my mind, I'm like, oh, we're gonna be in a club where there's like it's gonna be roped off, and there's gonna be like space,
Yeah,
and it's
no.
gonna be like 15 people in this area. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool. And then we walked in there, and I was like, oh fuck, this is like,
Yeah.
this is intense, but
Fucking intense, dude. Yeah, there's nowhere to sit at the table. There's just fucking 30 people at one table.
God, yeah, being in a club is definitely weird. It's weird though. Once I started taking those shots, girls started looking like way.
Yeah.
hot. Like I was like, whoa, okay.
I know. It completely changes when you're going in there. You're with the boys. You got some drinks.
Main objective,
And you're
score.
Yep. Let's get some pussy, boys.
That's where I enjoy being at the club more so than like we had fun. I had fun with Danny too, but I feel like I'd rather have been smoking a joint up in the room with Danny
Yeah.
than
But
being at a club.
But us being able to do that with our girls and have fun, our girls had so much fun,
Oh, yeah.
and that made me
Yeah.
have fun too.
Yeah.
yeah.
That was good. What are we at for time, boys?
Whoa.
Hour. Fucking perfection. What do you guys got going on today? Are you guys going to pop by Taquino's or Theo's birthday?
I don't know. Orlando was getting a little sick. Little runny nose this morning. I don't know. What time is that?
4, I think.
Is it on this side of town?
I think 59th and Peoria or something.
So that's
Talk to
further,
Danny.
right?
Yeah, 59th Ave.
Oh, wait, in this area?
I'll probably pop by, say hi. I'm riding our horses all day. So you're not doing Red Box regionals?
Oh, I am.
Are you? Are we
Is
gonna
that?
go-
I haven't played Call of Duty. If you guys are gonna beat me, time is now. I'm back-to-back champ.
that new map, dude? Fuck that new map.
Is that what we have to play on? Like
I think so. Unless
gonna have
unless you go Rebirth Resurgence Trios.
me, you, and fucking
A little race.
Schmidt. We
Might
we
be
want the
fun.
worst guy possible.
Sweet. Episode 168. Thanks Brandon, coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. It's always fun.
That was,
Easy
that was
weezy.
a good one. All right, see you guys next week. Peace.
Hey,